Yo, what's happening with y'all? This your boy, Really Brazili, and you're now building credit with Really Brazili. So today, we're gonna talk about key number 3. My favorite, most confusing, most frustrating category of building credit, age of credit. Age of credit accounts for 15% of your credit score. Age of credit is the average time credit accounts have been opened. The way it works is, let's say you have one credit card. So let's say you have this one credit card for 5 years. Then that means your age of credit would be 5 years. So let's say you want to add a new credit card once you already established 5 years of age of credit. Then this is where you have your average age of credit. So if you add a new card to your profile and you only have one card that has 5 years on it, that would bring your age of credit down. So your age of credit may go down to maybe 2.5 years. So age of credit is a tricky thing. A lot of people don't like this category because you're gonna drop points in this category regardless of what you do. So if you add a new account, then that's going to bring down your age of credit. If you close an account, that's going to bring down your age of credit. So the best way in this category to succeed is to open a bunch of accounts. And you want to open these accounts when you're first building your credit. You don't want to start building your credit and just have one account for 5 years, because that's just not the most recommended route to go. So when you're building your credit, first you want to have at least 6 accounts, because if you have less than 6 accounts, you're going to have a thin profile. So you want to go ahead and start with these 6 accounts, and you want to build them up all at the same time. Let's just say after 5 years of building credit, you have 12 accounts that have 5 years of credit history. So let's say you have a Capital One for 5 years. Let's say you have a Credit One for 5 years. Let's say you have a Destiny for 5 years. Let's say you have an Auto Loan for 5 years. And let's say you have Self Lender for 5 years. And let's add on some other things like a Kickoff, what's some other accounts, First Progress. So let's just say you have all these accounts, for the past 5 years. So this looks great. So whenever you have a lot of accounts like that, it's gonna help protect your credit score, and it's gonna allow you to have more room to maneuver whenever you're adding accounts. So if you have like 10 accounts that have 5 years of payment history, so when you add an account, it may not even affect your age of credit. See, the problem is a lot of people don't want to close accounts or open accounts because they don't have enough accounts to play with. So when you have sufficient accounts with all the same age of credit, then that puts you in the green zone. So opening an account is not going to really damage your credit, or closing an account. You can do that because you have enough accounts. So age of credit is just one of those things where you have to build over time, and it's just like an investment that you want to do as soon as possible. Whenever you're adding accounts, just make sure you're in a position to be able to maintain these accounts. So if you just want to go ahead and jump out there and add 6 accounts to your profile, make sure you're able to make payments on time. I suggest you do auto pay so you don't have any late payments, and just always keep up with your bills. So if you ever get in a position to where you can't pay any of your credit cards or credit accounts on time, just communicate with the company or just focus on paying the minimum payment. I usually tell people to stay away from making a minimum payment, but making a minimum payment will at least allow you to have on-time payments, and you will not incur any late fees. So just remember, guys, whenever you're adding accounts, only add accounts that you can maintain over a long period of time. Don't take out a whole bunch of loans or get credit cards and max them out and not be in a position to pay the balance off. Remember, only use accounts that you can maintain. And that's the key, because sometimes we get happy and we get so excited to get these high limit credit cards, but mentally we're not ready to really use them. So we end up getting these high limit credit cards and we splurge and we go overboard, and this can kind of set you back. So when you get your credit cards, treat it like money. Don't treat it like it's a bank money. Treat it like it's your money. And those are some good tips. And that's, like I said, key number 3 is age of credit. So you want to have numerous accounts that are aging over time. Having just one credit card or one credit account, that's a good start if that's where you need to be to maintain that one account. So if you're in a position to only maintain one account, that is fine. But over time, you know, it may end up hurting you in the end, because when you want to add new accounts, it will drop your credit score. So if you are in a position to maintain numerous accounts, let's say 6 accounts, 7 accounts, 8 accounts, then you'll definitely be in a good position. So when adding numerous accounts, you won't be eligible for certain cards, such as the Chase card. So if you had ambitions or dreams of getting this Chase card, you won't be able to get this card if you have any more than 4 accounts within 24 months. So the unwritten rule that Chase have, it's called the 524 rule. So if you have 5 cards or more within 24 months, you will not be eligible for the Chase card. So that's a bit of information I did want to give you guys. So if you want to get that Chase card, do not open any more than 4 accounts within 24 months. Because what you want to do is have those 4 accounts open, and that 5th account would be the Chase credit card. So that's a bit of information I definitely want to give you guys. And there's different unwritten rules with different cards. So if you're going to be opening numerous accounts all in one bulk, then it'll be definitely, you definitely want to know this information. So 524. No, 5 or more cards within 24 months, you will not be able to get the Chase card. But if you have 4 credit cards within 24 months, then you leave room for that 5th credit card. Once you do your bulk of adding these new accounts, then add those accounts, right? And don't add any more accounts for a good while, you know, maybe for a whole year or a whole 2 years. You know, keep in your head like, okay, I'm gonna build these 6 or 7 accounts up for the next 1 year or 2 years so I can build my age of credit. And as you go on, you can add 1 card here, 1 card there, 1 card here, 1 card there. You don't have to add a whole bunch of accounts all the time. But just keep in mind that over time, these accounts are aging. So once you hit that 1 year mark for your first bulk of new accounts, then you can add another card here or there. And then before you know it, another 2 or 3 years go by. And then those new accounts that you just added, you know, as you're going along, becomes 1 year, 2 years. So it keeps on aging and aging. So that's how you want to build your credit, your age of credit. A good way to boost your age of credit, I call it like a little cheat code, you know, or I call it like a friend or family member or someone that cares about you actually looking out and helping you out, helping you progress. So that's what I call it. So this thing is called Authorized User. So I know a lot of you guys hear Authorized User. So Authorized User, or AU, you'll see that in, you know, different channels and, you know, different things out there. And AU is pretty much just piggybacking off, you know, a friend or a family member. So let's say your friend or family member has a Capital One card for 12 years, right? So instead of you waiting 12 years to build that age of credit, all you would have to do is become an authorized user. So what they would do, they would call Capital One and be like, hey, I want to add this person as an authorized user. And pretty much they would just get your information. And once they add you as an authorized user, all of your friends or family members' payment history, on-time payments, late payments, or whatever was associated with that card will be directly copied to your credit profile. So notice I said late payments. So you have to be careful with this one. So if you have someone that's responsible and has a good credit payment history, then becoming an authorized user for someone that's had a car for 12 years, that's gonna look great. That's gonna be phenomenal, you know. That's gonna take your credit to the whole next level, because a lot of people suffer with age of credit because there's not too many people that's gonna be like, that's gonna let them piggyback off of their hard work and be like, well, I worked too hard for my credit. I'm not just gonna let you, you know, get on as an authorized user because I've been building this up for so long, and you know, you don't know my pain, you don't know my struggle. So now everybody's gonna do that. But for the people that are blessed to be in that position, just make sure if you're gonna become an authorized user, make sure to have on-time payments and make sure to have no late payments. Make sure to have no missed payments. So this is very critical, because if you do this, you will destroy your credit score. So just letting you guys know, but that is a way to actually boost your age of credit, authorized user. So with that being said, this is age of credit or average age of credit, and you just wanna you just wanna not panic when it comes to age of credit. I believe I did a previous video about closing accounts that don't make sense, or closing accounts that just serve you no purpose. You can close, just remember guys, you can close accounts if you have enough accounts to where it doesn't impact your age of credit. You can open accounts as long as you have enough accounts so it doesn't impact your age of credit. If your score does drop from opening a new account, it's not the end of the world, because your credit is gonna boost back up. It's gonna go back up over time. Most people are not opening 5 accounts every month. You don't need your credit all the time, you know, but you just want to always keep your credit in a position or build it so when you really need it, you can really reap the benefits. So don't even trip. Don't trip. All right, so it's been real. I really just appreciate everybody supporting the channel. Go ahead and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Go ahead and like and comment. We do have some major things on the way. I'm just so thankful for you guys tuning in, and I promise I don't take none of you guys for granted. All right, I just don't. But I do know the importance of credit, and it's helped me out in so many ways. And I'm just now scratching the surface. And as I'm, just giving my counseling on building personal credit, I'm also doing business credit, and there's so many powerful things out here.